Hi everyone, it's Sarah or LavilyDay here with another video. Today I have Valerie with me. So if you have remembered me mentioning Valerie, this is her. Now we are going to do a tag. It's called the messy tag, and it's all about just random things that I personally have been frustrated with lately as far as organizing my stuff is concerned. So yeah, there are 7 questions. We're going to go through them as quickly as we can and hopefully it'll make sense. Let's just get on with it. The first question is confession time. List all the ways that you are messy in this hobby. So many ways. I leave stuff out all the time.
As soon as I know that I'm going to a doll meet, I pretty much bring the dolls out, decide who I'm going to take with me, all the clothes, all the shoes, and then dress them, leave the house, come back, and everything's just in a big pile. So I have been known in the past to just either shut the door on that room or put a towel over it so I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, it's the same for me. So my filming room's over there. Believe it or not, the reason we're not there is not because it's messy. It's actually completely empty at the moment because we had someone staying there. But I will film in there and leave all my stuff out, and then as soon as I'm done filming I'll just get up and leave, and it stays like that for sometimes a week until I go back in there to do the next week's video. So yeah, definitely messy, and there's probably more ways that are messy, but
I've got photos which I can share with you, but not the rest of the world.
Yeah, maybe I could show you my wardrobe. No, I'm not showing you my wardrobe, that's really bad. It's boxes on boxes on boxes, and we're not going there. Next question, what do you find the hardest to keep tidy? Do you want to go first?
Yeah, my eyes. So basically every time I change a doll's eyes, I've got a plastic bag. I just chuck the eyes in there, and I think I've got about, it's really bad and quite embarrassing, I've got about 40 pairs of eyes. So I just chuck them in, and then the next time I'm like, oh,
it takes so long to find a pair.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm going to change them into these ones. Then I have to pick the bag out and go through all of them and try and find the matching pairs. Some of my dolls have now got mismatching eyes because I can't be bothered.
I mean, at least you've got lots of eyes. That's one thing I have probably the least of. I personally find it really hard to organize my skirts. I just don't know how to store them. I have them at the moment just in a box. I can't fold them and put them away because then they'll get crinkled, and a few of them have pleats like this one, and it's kind of suffered from me storing it poorly. Ideally it needs to be hung, but my wardrobe doesn't work. For one, I don't have those fancy pincer
clip hanger.
Yeah, I don't have those. I don't know if you can even get those at the scale. I'd have to make them.
Yeah, you would have to make them.
And even if I did, because it's so wide, have you got an idea?
I do. You know how you can buy the time? I've got a whole bag of them, like tiny little pegs. You could just get like a string and like the tiny little pegs.
I'm totally gonna do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, up until now, that's the hardest thing for me, but maybe not for much longer. Question number 3 is, how do you store your BJD clothes / props / etc.? Please share what you do and offer any tips or suggestions you may have.
I'm getting heaps better. I've been inspired by you and Tea and Toys on Instagram. Both have amazing setups and have like little cupboards and things, places for things. So recently I've started buying like little cupboards for specific things, and now I've got like drawers that are specifically for my smart doll and drawers that are specifically for my SDs. So
that's a good idea, because I mean I haven't gone that far.
Yeah.
Because I mean I've got a drawer for Ava. It's getting a bit
because
full
she's got a lot of clothes
at this point though. So yeah, I could go and get one of those drawers so that people who don't know can see what I mean. This. Yeah, so you have this exact one, right? Or is it the other one with the feet?
Yeah, I've got one with feet. I've got about 5 now.
That's so good though.
Yeah.
This is gonna make it look like I'm really organized. I'm not this organized anymore. I try my best to maintain it, but it's quite satisfying. I have folded them so I can see everything, and I find that this works best. Before I had everything on top of each other, and then I just had to take it all out to get anything.
And that's exactly how I've done it, but now I've split it up. The
Marie Kondo, yeah. Whatever it is. Yeah. It's good, it works. You've got a cool container to store your wigs, right?
Yeah, it was one that I picked up from Kmart, and it's like a plastic one with different, I don't even know what it was for. I'll send you a photo so you can show it.
Yeah.
But basically it's got different compartments and I store the wigs in each of the compartments. Before that was probably my messiest thing because they were all just in a cardboard box.
Oh, to have multiple wigs.
Wigs and eyes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a good storage solution for your wigs though. I have seen people use like fishing tackle boxes for storing eyes, as well as things for sewing. Question number 4. Do you have your dolls out on display? If yes, do they have a permanent space or do you move them around? Now mine don't have a permanent space. I move them around all the time. I wish I had somewhere I could keep them, although in saying that, I'm not sure I could commit to leaving them somewhere.
Yeah, I'm a bit of both. I like have found these amazing cabinets at places like the Salvation Army, which are full glass, and then you can put your dolls. And retro, which I love. Because for me, the point of having them is to be able to look at them and see them and admire how beautiful they are, because they do bring me happiness. But some of them as well, they do move around the house. So as an example, I've got one called Candy, who's
she's just over there, by the way. She's behind the camera.
I can bring her over and show you.
Do it. Go get Candy. I'll hold Frankie. Frankie's so great. You've got it here, we might as well.
Yeah, so this is Candy, and she is one of my favourites. Don't tell the others. This week, she's literally just been staying beside my bed.
She's so cute.
Yeah, really cute, and it's nice to wake up to something and go, oh my god, yeah, that's right.
Let's say I always have at least one doll up by my computer, which is where I spend most of my time when I'm at home. And if I am somewhere else, I do tend to bring a doll with me too.
Yeah.
Look at her back.
It's Frankie doll.
She's gorgeous. Question number 5. Have you ever bought something for your dolls and it ended up with a different purpose? Maybe you bought something with the intention of it being used a certain way and it didn't work. I've actually forgotten what I was thinking for my answer for this.
I found this really cool, again vintage, because I love secondhand furniture. It used to be an old Indian shrine, so it's got these little doors and you shut them and it's got a light inside and you open it. My plan was to turn that into a bedroom, and it's got a veranda out the front.
It's so cool.
It is amazing, and I was going to get these little coffee sets and they could have coffee out there, but no, it's turned into storage for books.
I have other things that are just storage now too, and not in the best way. Like the wardrobe I got, it's actually a medicine cabinet. It's just turned into kind of a dumping zone, which sounds terrible. I still have things hung up in there, don't get me wrong, but I have a bunch of shoes just shoved in there. Initially they were there organised, it was great, but then they didn't all fit and I needed to get them put away quickly, so I just shoved them on top, and then I shoved more things on top, and now if you open the door everything will fall out. So it hasn't quite served its purpose yet.
This makes me feel better because I got inspired by the stuff you were doing. So
you got the same medicine cabinet. I remember I was with you when you bought it.
Yes. I think it would be great one day to take photos of when you first get it and you do it versus
all optimistic and like, this is my plan.
What it looks like 3-4 weeks later.
Or a year later, as I think it is.
I still haven't done anything with mine at all. It's in my wardrobe.
I had grand plans of getting feet for it to make it off the ground a bit.
Yeah.
It's just too much work. I think that's the thing. If something requires too much, it just gets pushed aside. Next question, number 6. Unfinished projects or work in progresses that have to be left out can sometimes be considered messy. Is there anything that you are working on at the moment that is taking up more space than it should? My diorama is a constant space taker-upper. I literally can't do anything else in that room, and it's really starting to get to me. I have plans to move it out into the lounge, which is where we are now, so I can actually do other things in that space.
The only things I can think of is I recently decided to convert my office / guest bedroom into a doll room. So that is a constant work in progress at the moment, trying to find the balance of if guests are coming to stay, they've got somewhere to sleep, versus me being able to just go in there and hang out with all of my dolls and have it set up nicely.
Because you don't want to have to move things around all the time, and that's the struggle I'm having. Because if I want to use that room for filming all my dolls or whatever, each time I want to do that I have to set it up, and it makes it such a big deal when I want to film, because I have to get it ready, and sometimes that takes upwards of half an hour, and then I'm tired and can't be bothered anymore. It's just so much more work. And we did just have people staying in that room, so I had to pack it all up, and I'm gonna have to set it up again. It's hard finding the balance.
Yeah.
Maybe just never have guests to stay. That would solve that problem too.
That would solve that problem. Or have a mansion.
And then just have multiple rooms so you can have one that
It's
no
just
one
for
needs to
dogs.
touch. Yeah. Okay, we've made it to the last question. Question number 7. Is there anything you would love to do with your dolls but can't due to space? I feel like we just answered that.
Yeah, we definitely just answered that.
Need a mansion so you can have a dedicated doll room.
Yeah. And
Yes, I just remembered.
they have their own apartment, so the room that's dedicated for the dolls is set up and
With
you have
multiple stories.
with multiple stories, with multiple areas. And for me, because I have everything from like the little latte yellows through to a great big giant HID apple house.
resin.
Oh,
Yes.
He's my dream.
Magnus, right?
Magnus, yeah. So I would have to have multiple apartments within the room, and so it would be like a complex.
There's a person called Pink Teska on Instagram. I just searched them up. I'll link them down below. They have the most amazing dioramas, and they posted a video a while back showing their dioramas, and they are the dream. They're multiple stories and they're just amazing, and they have kitchens and they're like all kitted out with mini appliances. They're so cool. It's the dream,
Wow.
but you would need a mansion, I feel.
I wonder how big the rest of their house is. Now I'm curious.
Anyway, that's the tag. We made it to the end. I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this tag, I would love it if you gave it a go. Otherwise, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you joined me here. I upload a new video every weekend on Sundays. Thank you so much for watching. It has been lovely, and I'll catch you in another video sometime soon. And then I cut, and we're done. Bye!